The cadet panicked. He made several mistakes in a row that he knew would get him mocked by his fellow airmen. In that time, he'd learned a lot and was well on his way to becoming a fully fledged airman. That was until one fateful day during a training exercise. He was put in a simulation where he had to land a plane on an aircraft carrier, and he messed up badly. But he had no idea that one of those mistakes would cost him his entire career. He knew he couldn't keep this up if he wanted to stay in the Air Force. He still had a lot of work to do, but he was on the right track. Major Sanderson was there to greet him when he got off, shook William's hand and told him he was proud of him. Finally, William was back on track. He had the base security cameras checked, and they found out who did it. It was one of William's fellow airmen. He was the same one who had uploaded the first video. Thought it was hilarious. They looked up to him, and he was happy to be a role model for them. But he never forgot the hard work that it took to get there. He knew that he could have given up after his first failure, but he didn't. He pushed through and came out on top. He didn't realize that William was going to become an internet sensation. He went back to his commander and told him he was ready to try again. Major Sanderson was impressed. He didn't expect William to come back so soon, let alone admit that he needed help. He was proud of William, and he wanted to give him another chance. He had to do something about his panic attacks. So he went to see the base psychologist, Dr. Linda Morgan. She helped him to identify the source of his anxiety. It was his fear of being laughed at. He was afraid that people would think he wasn't cut out for the Air Force, so he was panicking during the simulation. He overshot the landing by at least 100 meters. Then he tried to correct for it, but he just ended up crashing into the side of the carrier. The other airmen were watching him the whole time, and they could unhelp but laugh at his expense. He was trying to figure out where he went wrong. Then it hit him. This time, he was landing the plane perfectly. People were making fun of him for crashing the first time, but now they were praising him for landing it successfully. William was happy that he'd finally done well, but he knew that he couldn't let the negative comments get to him. He had to stay focused and keep improving. He had been so focused on landing the plane that he forgot to engage the autopilot. He had manually flown the plane the entire time, which is why he was able to land it on the carrier in the first place. He could either transfer to another base, or he could be kicked out of the Air Force. The airman chose to transfer. He didn't want to be anywhere near William Tozer, the most famous airman in the world. But he didn't know how to engage the autopilot system. He could have asked for help, but he was too afraid of being laughed at again, so he didn't. He just tried to land the plane himself. And that's when he crashed. They'd never seen anyone crash in training before, let alone crash while trying to recover from a mistake. They all thought he was going to be fine, but they were wrong. Cadet William Tozer had been in the Air Force for 2 years already. He was so focused on landing the plane that he didn't realize he'd gone too far. When the footage of his crash was uploaded onto YouTube, he became an instant laughingstock. All the other airmen were making fun of him, and he felt humiliated. He wanted to disappear. His commander, Major James Sanderson, was also watching the video, and he wasn't happy. He pulled William aside after training one day and told him he was disappointed. He then ordered him to take some time off to clear his head and come back when he was ready. William didn't argue. He knew he needed some time to think. He went back to his room and watched the video of his crash over and over again. He felt like a complete idiot. How could he have made such a stupid mistake? After a few sessions with Dr. Morgan, William was feeling better. He put William through the same simulation again. This time, William was able to calm himself down and engage the autopilot. He landed the plane smoothly on the carrier. But it wasn't over yet. Someone had uploaded the footage of William's second attempt onto YouTube. Major Sanderson saw the video, and he was furious. He knew that someone had leaked the footage intentionally. Major Sanderson was furious. He called the airman into his office and chewed him out. He then gave him 2 options.
Ow.
William's life would never be the same. He had come a long way since his first failed attempt at the simulation. He was now a hero to many young cadets.